Moving right along, lesson 5, interactive animation and games. Today's keyword is variable, a label for a piece of information used in a program. New code. Go ahead and add the var codes to your notebook. All right, interactive animation and games, lesson 5. Predict. Read the code below, make a prediction. Where will the circle be drawn? What will happen if you change the number in line 1? So I want you to take a guess. Pause the video, type in your answer. If you guess that a 100 by 100 ellipse would be posted at position 50, 350, then you are correct. Now, ellipses, they form from the center. So 50, 350 is about right here. So there's the center of our circle. Once you are done with that, hit finish and continue. This level follows the video. Second, predict. Predict. Which corner of the screen will the circle be drawn in? So now we have our variable titled x position equals 300. Variable totaled what's the y? 100. So where do you think it is going to be on here? You said, let's see, 300. X is 300. Y is 100. Oh, wrong direction. 300, 300, 100. So it's going to be right here. And there it is. Now, because we didn't define a size, it automatically makes it 50 by 50. All right, do this. Change the value of the variable to update the position of the ellipse. You do not need to add any new blocks of code. Just update the blocks that are already in the code. The result should match the picture over here. Let's stretch this out so you can see it a little bit better. So we want to make it so that the circle is over here. Right now, it's up here. So it's kind of like the center towards the bottom. X variable. So now if we change the numbers up here, because X position is typed right here, that number, whatever number we have right here, will be substituted anywhere it says X position. If we had 50 lines of code that all had X position, it would change instead of 300, whatever number we change it to, it would change it in all of those lines of code. So let's see, we want it right about here. So let's say 160. Let's say 281. That looks about right. It just needs to be close. So once you have your circle moved over here somewhere, hit finish and keep going. All right, now, there's some rules to variable. We can't just name a variable anything we want to name it. Here's the 3 rules. Labels cannot have spaces. Can't do it. Labels cannot start with a number. Capitalization and spelling must be exactly the same. All right, so we're going to find the rule that each one breaks. Labels cannot have spaces. So we have our var. Let me put it in block form for you. Oh, so when you have mistakes, it won't put it in block form. So we have to correct the mistakes. We can then change it to block form. So size of circle. Take out your spaces. Now we took it out of our var, our variable, up here in our code. But now we have to go down here to our code, and here's our ellipse. We need to take it out of our code in our ellipse. So size of circle. We have our x, we have our y, we have our width, we have our height. So we just fixed our width and our height. All right, we cannot let a variable start with a number. So we're just going to get rid of the number. There, now it's gone. You can also type out the word 1 if you wanted to, but you just can't have an actual number. Y location, Y location. Look, this one starts with a lowercase. This one starts with a capital. You can either make them both capitals, or you could change that one to a lowercase. Now look, all of our warning labels disappeared, and we can change it to block format. And we got our little red circle right there. All right, once you've done that, hit finish and go to the next one. All right, we got what we want to make look like a flower. Right now, all the petals are like by themselves. We want to make it so that they overlap. Update the code so that the red petals touch each other. Change the number of the petal size until the red petals touch. Try to find the size that makes the most sense. Compare your answer to someone around you. So, notice we now have petal size in here 8 times for our width and our height. I only want you to change one single number. All right, what do you think? What number do you think you're going to change? Pause it and fix it now. All right, so we're going to go up to our variable petal size. All right. And let's put 75. See how that works. There you go. Nice flower. Now, if I were to put something like 200, that doesn't really look like a flower. If I were to put 400, that doesn't look like a flower. So put something reasonable. It does make them touch, but put something reasonable. All right, so we got our flower. You're now going to do 6, 7, and 8 on your own. I look forward to seeing you back for lesson 6.